This is how it works. This is how you condition people to become.
Here's rent control. Here's eviction moratorium, even though I know it's not legal. And by the way, this is not a new theory, right? This is written down in Proverbs in Scripture. If a man does not work, he does not eat. And it paraphrases basically to say, let his belly be his guide. When he's hungry enough, he'll get up and go work so that he can eat. That's the kind of motivation we need, because we're at our heart, we're selfish, lazy people. And if you allow us to live there, it produces nothing good.
I try to give my dogs EBT cards. They don't.
Choking hazard.
Is that what it is? Because they don't even care.
What's the problem? You just said, look,
if a man does not work, he does not eat. Let his belly be his guide. I think that's all in one. But
Steven
maybe
Seagal is one hell of a guy.
Yeah.
He does, yeah. I gotta get it.
Too many people's bellies are their guides right now. So.
Okay, yeah.
When I use my belly compass, bad things happen. It's funny.
And toilets.
So here's also LBJ. That's the soft racism. You see it through policy. I hate that term, but that's the term that we're sort of using.
Soft when it's not hard.
Right. Here's the hard racism from LBJ. Historians Ronald Pressler and Doris Goodwin. These are all quotes in the record. These are LBJ quotes. These are getting pretty ugly these days, and that's a problem for us. There's another quote. Now we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. And I want to give you another quote, because this is something back when, now you can see the references there, but back when we were mainly writing articles before this show was as size that it was, a big part of what we did was writing daily articles. And it was tough to find a source for this quote from LBJ. This has been circulating around. And so we ended up doing a story, I think a long time ago, on Snopes not fact-checking this horrible quote that you're about to hear from LBJ, not saying it's false, but doing everything in their power to avoid acknowledging that it's true. Because again, these quotes from these historians that you just heard, no one doubts them. Okay, who presented these quotes? Now keep in mind, this is the same Snopes that said Ilhan Omar did not marry her brother. Sorry, unproven. Unproven. Here's a marriage certificate. Unproven. Here's a name. Unproven.
When it comes
Here's
to
a honeymoon
incest.
picture with these frauds. We don't know.
When it comes to incest, unproven means yes.
Yeah. Can I paraphrase Snopes? That sounds like him.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like something she would do.
I mean, if I'm being honest, but I'm usually not.
I mean, given what he said before, this really is, it's not as bad as what he said otherwise. So yeah, it's probably him.
You know, listen, I mean, we can't all be, oh, I forgot you never made a mistake.
Some of us marry our brother.
Listen, he said for 100 years, Stephen, that is a false quote.
Snopes said we couldn't prove it true, and PolitiFact rated it as, I forgot that you're Mr. Perfect.
Stupid response. I mean, come on, it's not like we watched him do it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there. Right. The guy will fill out their votes for them for the next 2
I only saw him kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Ilhan Omar and her non-brother's son? Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Just jumping through a fiery hoop.
Yeah. Where's this Ferris Bueller when Sloan kisses her father picking him up?
But like, Ilhan Omar, let me have a couple of hundred you back on. So, Lincoln, I fetch you. You and me were something. Just that thousand running with you, Omar. Anyway, so here's another argument that they make, that Lincoln would have been a Democrat today, right? You hear this a lot. You'll see it in a reference available at Reddit.com. Of course, I say that this is incorrect, but don't get my
Party of Abraham Lincoln. Don't ever, you know, I say it all the time. Everyone thinks that Abraham Lincoln was a Democrat. Abraham Lincoln was a great Republican.
Okay, so here's something. Let me try and simplify this. Okay. Do you remember how in the 2008 election, John McCain was trying to distance himself from George W. Bush? People weren't happy, right? So it was like, hey, we're going to endorse you. That's all right. So, if the party today, the Republican Party today, you say they switch, this is the premise. We just showed you from Fox, and what was it, the one who's Truth Before, whatever it is, Lookout Truth, the guy that everybody knows. I don't know. Another gay guy in a lecture. So, I wouldn't say that it's a pejorative.
No,
It's descriptive.
No, it absolutely is.
If I were to say, look, if I were to say the guy and the other people, like, which guy? Gay guy for that shirt. You go, oh, I got it.
You had to include Pledge.
Right. So, if the party switched from Abraham Lincoln. Okay, the acknowledgement, right? The premise from the left is Abraham Lincoln, Republican, freed the slaves. But then it switched. Why would today's racist party be clamoring to continually identify themselves with Abraham Lincoln? Republican who freed the slaves. It would be a losing strategy if you were saying it to a room of racists. Does that make sense?
He would be booed.
Yeah, and cheered. So, and Trump does have a point, though. They often try to claim, the left, they try to, I mean, a lot of people believe this. This was, I think, back in 2009. And just to be clear, I hate the kind of jaywalking gotcha stuff because you can do that with anything. However, the context here was I never planned on doing a video asking the party of Abraham Lincoln. It came up, this is before the term virtue signaling system, okay? It came up because I asked people who their favorite president was, and everyone, most people invariably answered Abraham Lincoln. And so it was a simple thought, like, okay, to which party do you belong? And then they couldn't answer. These are current students at Berkeley, or as the left refers to, their best and brightest.
I guess. Abraham Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln was easily the most popular. Naming the party of the old dude with the beard and hat, a little more daunting.
And to what party did he run
Yes, Abe Lincoln was not a Whigger.
I'll say, yeah, I'm not sure.
Uyghur, yeah.
Back then, I think he was a Republican, but that was nominally a Republican.
Well, she's basically right.
Yeah, nominally a Republican. Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Do you mean, first off, by the way, to be clear, was a Whig and then said, I'm going to create something. Republicanism.
What year was that?
Nominally. It's like, Edison nominally, something like that. Franklin nominally likes to fly kites.
Democrats loved slavery so much, they tried to form another country and have that as the platform.
Yeah, you had to remove their statue.
I mean, do you understand the argument that you're making? Do you think that just goes away? No. They just found a better way to control you.
We should have asked her what nominally means.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't know.
What nominally speaking nominally means.
I said it. That's about the end of my answer. Well, I think in that same video, I'm not sure if that's that same video, this is back in 2009. So I've been doing this about, I think, so 2009, 2008. No, I just mean like, because it wasn't this exact show. It was, back then there were no podcasts. So we were sort of this podcast from, I think there was no very episodes.
You look so young.
Thank you.
I mean now. Back then,
It's always, it's just one of life's cruel tricks that lose your baby fat. It's a rule that you shouldn't be able to have gray hair. Oh, baby!
I look like an old baby.
Baby collecting Social Security.
belly.
So, I think in that same video, or I did a Berkeley series, it might be that one, but you can search, go back through this if you're on YouTube right now. And by the way, if you're on YouTube, smash that like button right now. It's also something that helps. You can comment below. We're going to wrap this up and go to my club. In 2009, also, I was in class, and they didn't have hidden cameras back then. So I was literally me with a baseball cap and the equivalent to, 4 GoPros in it, like a sharpened camera.